Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the segment podcast. This one is episode 177, broadcasting on an off night. We're on a Wednesday night. This is getting into mountain bike Q&A territory. I saw that Johnny didn't have a show tonight, so we were able to get Mia on just on the heels
What is
of
that?
Sea Otter. So what's up, Mia? Welcome back to the studio.
Man, I feel like I haven't seen or spoken to you in a really long time.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I feel like I've seen you more on the TV screen than I have seen in real life. I think the last time I saw you in real life, we were doing like the Fullerton Loop for a cause. What was that cause?
Dude, that was for Tony's thing, wasn't it?
That
Like
was. That was.
July of last year. No, it can't be. It can't be that long since I've seen
Was
you.
it? Was it? It could maybe. I mean,
I
I
don't know.
I missed a lot of stuff. I missed Sedona,
Yeah, you did.
Bentonville. You weren't there in Bentonville. Were you in Bentonville? You weren't in
I
You're in
was there
Bentonville.
last year. Yeah, but not
Okay.
this year, thankfully. I don't need another
Tornado.
uh tornado shenanigans. Oh, hey Adam. Oh, what's going on, Mr. Adam
Oh,
Mock?
oh, oh.
I need
Adam
this signed in a couple of weeks, by the way.
Had a mock in the house with the flock. Rescue your dreams. Just launched. Don't forget, folks. The guidebook to save the life you forgot you wanted is out now.
Yeah,
So
I saw he was on your pod last week too.
yes, that was good, man. He talked about all kinds of stuff like haunted houses. I mean, obviously talked about the book, plugged the book. It was great. So much stuff is in this book. It is a life changer. But yes, we talked about haunted houses. He was in a haunted house in, I think, what was it, Adam? Was it in Colorado? I think it was in Colorado somewhere.
Oh, he told me about that. I saw a video of it.
Yes. Yeah. It
No.
it was good. It was good. Yeah, you definitely want to. Yeah. Well, we got some people here in the chat we want to say hi to. I know it's late here on the East Coast. MTB Sheen Queen says, Bike NATO. What's up, Kim? Welcome aboard.
Look at that photo of Kim just kicking some ass. Look
Dude.
at that photo of her. She's so rad.
Yes.
I want to be like you when I grow up, Kim.
Ambassador, MTB Sheen Queen ambassador for Women's MTB Network, sending the Luisenio Trail Gap right there. Good Lord. You know, she hit that first before I did.
Of course she did, because she's a badass.
Exactly.
Wait, can I cuss on this or no?
Absolutely. It's the internet. You can say anything you want. You can say anything you want.
Oh, look, here's my drink, Mark. Thank you, wife.
There you go. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers right there. Clinky, clinky, clinky. So you just came off the heels and legitimately were media, like legit media, like the full-on media garb on. Do you still have the lanyard?
No, yeah, the lanyard we get to keep, but the vest is only given out to a few folks, and I was fortunate enough to have been able to get one. And so I was all the way up top, like I was moving my way down as we were shooting stuff. Sierra was outside with like the DJI recording video, and I was doing photo. It's a little scary when you're in that dual slalom, like literally a few feet away from the riders. And I'm like, can we actually stand here? Like, is this okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And then you just see Kyle Straight just like bombing down this dual slalom course.
Dude.
Caroline Buchanan. Oh my God, Mark, I fanned out. I geeked out so crazy when I met Caroline Buchanan.
Did you? I saw the picture.
No, but I met her like a few days before, and she knew who I was. And that's when I was like, it was one of those like, you know who I am? Like, how the F do you know who I am? She's like, yeah, because you're Aussie too. And I was like, yeah.
Imposter syndrome, man. I'm telling you, imposter syndrome. As we grow and people say hi, it's like, wait, who? You? Me?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not in the same league as you, but hi.
That's awesome. So yeah, like, what do you have to do to go into the media slot? Because I didn't notice that you had that at Redbull as well. You had media at Redbull. I think you were. I mean, Women's MTB Network was it one of the few? There wasn't very many media folks there at Redbull covering it, correct?
There were a few, but there were a lot of women, which was great. So there were a lot of women from other outlets there covering and participating. I think we have a photo of like the majority of the women that were there covering it, and it was amazing. But we were the only, and it continued to be, to my knowledge, the only um, women own and run outlet for mountain biking.
That's dope.
So it's pretty special. It's pretty cool. Like we've got a lot of really cool things that we're working on. Like almost every single person in our crew now is demoing a bike. Some bikes I can't even talk about yet. So
Wow.
like it's park season. Just gonna give you that hint. And it's not me that's riding it because I can't jump. So there's that. But no, there's it's legit. We're growing and I'm really honored to be able to go to these events and cover it and bring it all to folks.
That is awesome. Yeah, you're doing a great job too. I know that watching everything was like Kim and I couldn't make it out to Sea Otter this year, but we were able to watch through the lenses of Women's MTB Network, Colorado Kid, Jess Hanna, and just watching the everything that's going on there. I've never been to Sea Otter, so you'll have to describe it to me, but it looks freaking huge. It looks
Mark,
ginormous.
imagine the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival. And then you multiply that by 100 and you've got Sea Otter.
100.
Dude, I got lost. I've been there once before, but I got lost twice there because I was there since Wednesday. And it was good that Sierra came because I don't know if you know, but Sierra, who helps us with all the social media marketing and stuff, she has her own digital agency. So she works for a lot of really good folks in mountain biking. But Sierra used to be a professional mountain biker. Sierra got her first pro podium when she was 15 years old at Sea Otter.
Whoa.
So she literally knows everyone. Like Sierra grew up in the industry. Like she knows everyone. So walking around with Sierra was awesome because not only did she know everyone, she knew where everything was. She's like, okay, every year this is here or this is here, whatever. Last year she was working with Rebecca Rush. So for the last, I think 6 years, she's been working with Rebecca Rush. So yeah, there are thousands of vendors. Like it's incredible. And I couldn't see everything. And I had meetings with a bunch of brands that I couldn't make it to. Like it was tough because it was literally just me and Sierra. So we were trying to make it to meetings and look at all the tech and cover the racing, which was crazy. So it's like Sedona Fest. Yeah. Bring a bike so that you can get from spot to spot to like watch the racing and stuff. But one of the really cool things that I love to see this year in terms of racing was not only Jill Kittner winning her 12th dual slalom in a row, like Jill Kittner's a god.
Jeez.
And then also the adaptive cycling that happened this year, the paracyclists that happened.
Oh, that's cool. Is that new?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So there were 5 women who competed. And one of them is my friend Annika, but there is this woman there. Her name's Sav Barney, if you're looking her up on Instagram.
Okay.
She had an accident a year ago yesterday, I believe, because she posted it, where she fell and became paraplegic. And that hasn't stopped her. Dude, she rides motorcycles. She rides like Sir on her husband's set at Velociraptor. He set up a way for her to ride a motorcycle.
Really?
All she's going to do is pull the throttle. He found a way to prop her up. Like he did so much cool things. It was incredible.
Whoa.
And so Sav, that was like her 3rd time on the paracycling bike. She came in 2nd.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And they do the same trail as the other athletes do.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm new to this athlete. What was it? A biking accident? Did you say, or what happened?
No, she fell. I think. Don't quote me. It might be on her information there, but I think she was parasailing or something like that, and she fell down a big gorge in Utah.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh my
but
goodness!
Yeah, she's incredible. Sav is one of my heroes.
There she is, right there. Looks like she's in the hospital just after the accident.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. And then what I'll put up on here now is I broke my back. There it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, she is in those slot canyons.
Yeah. And then the other amazing human is Annika Wade. Her handle is Geo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Geodesiderm. I don't know. I'll put it up here for folks who want to find her. She had a gnarly crash at Angel Fire Bike Park a few years ago and she was a mountain biker too, professional mountain biker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I
So
see it.
anyway, yeah, there it is right there. The
Wow.
ladies. It's pretty cool. It's really
Podium.
insane to see that happening.
That's really cool. So I know that the two disciplines, there was downhill and slalom. Do these athletes also go down the same track,
As the
whether it's
downhill.
the
Yeah.
downhill? Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
cool.
my dog. Sawyer, come on.
That's really cool. That's really
Yeah, it
cool.
was really cool. So that was one of the standouts for me. That and being in the pit filming the dual slalom was really bomb. And then the tech that you see there is drooling.
Really? Okay, so I'm trying to put
Okay,
myself in your shoes, like, what's that? It's gotta be
so the first bike that stood out to me was the new Forbidden e-bike because
I
that thing has the DJI motor in it. Have you heard of the DJI e-bike motor?
I have.
The Ampflow? It's insane.
Yes, because the Ampflow, if I'm not mistaken, it's a full power e-bike on but like lightweight, like an SL. Is that right?
It's about 50 pounds or so. So it's
Is it?
pretty much the
Okay.
same as with a new Spesh Levo 4. But just like the Spesh, so they have two builds. One is like a trail bike, so it's 130, 140. The other one's an enduro build. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the light, and then that's like the big build. And it's a high pivot e-bike. Norco was the only other brand I saw with a high pivot, but it it was the technology inside that bike is crazy, and the fact that it can get up to 1,000-watt battery, it's just nuts.
That's insane. I had heard reports of guys overseas riding the Ampflow, not guys and girls, riders overseas riding the Ampflow,
Yeah,
and they said that the
yeah,
bike would flex because there was so much power in that e-bike.
yeah.
That is insane. But also too, is that supposedly it's compatible with the DJI camera to the point where you actually have a record button on the Ampflow
Ooh,
bikes.
I didn't
I
know
don't know
that.
if Forbidden has it too. Yeah.
I don't think Forbidden does because when I was having the full spiel on it, I wasn't told that. So maybe the Ampflow bike does. There was no one there from Ampflow at Sea Otter that I could talk to, but yeah, this was one of the bikes that stood out. And then obviously the Specialized Levo 4, the new Spesh, is a sick bike. And the fact that with that bike you can essentially have 3 different batteries. Hi Sawyer. I know.
Really?
Can you go down, please?
Let's see.
You can have an 800-watt battery or a 600-watt battery, or you can ride it just with the range extender.
Just the range extender.
Yeah. So technically, if you can travel with a bike, if you can travel with a range extender, you can travel with your bike because you just take the battery out, and the range extender, depending on how you ride, can give you another like hour and a half, 2 hours of riding.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, right. Because you can't check anything with the battery, but if you have the range extender on your backpack you're
Yeah.
carrying on, wow, that's really cool. Things are
You just have to see
changing.
if you can travel with the range extender because of the amount of power that's in the battery or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, so this is actually the bike that I got. I got the Turbo Levo 4 Pro.
So sick. And I saw pictures or the pictures you sent, it's like black and gold. So this is the gold version, it looks
Mm-hmm.
like.
No,
And
this one's the Expert. This one comes in 2 colors.
okay.
The other color is like a blue.
Oh.
Jess, Jess just got one, and hers was pink. I was giving her so much shit. She's
She
like,
got a
I don't
pink
care. I
one?
like it. It's a pink one. Yeah, she got one of the pink ones.
All right, let me see if I can
Um,
Turbo Levo. Here we go. And you said it's the 4
yeah,
S
it's the
Works
Pro.
Levo. Oh, there it is. There it is. Dude, girl,
Yeah,
look at the pro price. Jeez.
don't. That's not even. Yeah.
Wow.
So I got
Wow.
the black one because that's the only one that's available right now. I think these are oversold on Specialized websites. But my local bike shop, the Newbury Park Bike Shop, I got to plug them right now because they're awesome. Newbury Park bikes. They have a ton of these in stock in all sizes of different builds too. So if y'all are in Southern California and you want to pick up one of these new babies,
That thing is sick. What is the, where is he? Let's look at the specs real quick. At a glance, full power. It's a full power EMTB 3.1 specialized motor with 666 watts, 101 newton meters of torque, 840 watt battery.
Yeah, I sat on it last week at my bike shop. It's being built. The bike's being built right now. I don't have it yet, but I sat on a different one in eco mode, and it was like riding in turbo in an SL bike. It was freaking nuts.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Carbon frame. It's got the SWAT storage. That's cool. 160 millimeter in the front, Fox 38 factory grip X2. The rear 150 Genie Fox.
As their Genie. Wow. That Genie thing is sick. And yeah, I really wanted to get the S-Works just because of the color. I'm not going to lie. Because it's pretty much very similar. I think the motor is just a little bit more powerful on the S-Works. Not that you need that, but the colors of the S-Works were a killer. Were really pretty. Dude. But also, Mark, you got to pull the trigger now because with these tariffs, these bikes are going up $3,000. All bikes across the board.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the bikes, right? All the bikes across the board, they're all coming from, like, I know with YT where I'm at, it's Germany. So
yeah.
Dang, yeah, I know people are moving quick too for tariffs. I know my brother-in-law just bought it. I mean, not related to bikes, but used car. Like they just bought another used vehicle because that's going to go up like crazy. Oh,
yeah. Everything is going to go up. But anyway, I'm super stoked on this bike. Hopefully I get it before Sky Park May 3rd, where we're going to go celebrate women.
Yes, this is, oh man, I have an update on that.
What?
I'm going to be in Michigan with Kim that weekend, but she is putting together a women's ride out there to
I know, because she's awesome. Sean.
Yes. Yes, this bike looks so sick though. So sick. Okay,
yeah,
so you saw these out there too. They had these on display.
Yeah, they had all the builds on display. One thing that's pretty controversial in this bike is that you can technically ride it as a class 3 e-bike as well.
Wait, it doesn't have a throttle on it, does it?
No, it doesn't have a throttle on it. They just made they made it barely legal.
Oh, because of top speed type of thing, or
because it's a 20. You can do 20 miles an hour if you wanted to on there. Obviously, that's not a reason why I'm getting the bike, but it's pretty controversial. I don't think it needs to move in that direction. It should be about the bike and the experience versus the power.
Right.
But yeah, Alexis is saying I think there's a top out at 28, but still, if you if you change it to a class 3 and you're in a spot where you can't ride a class 3 and a ranger stops you, likelihood of that happening, you can't change that into the display until you fully power the bike off. So you can still get fucked, if someone finds you like that.
There's a lot of people. I know, like the Johnny St. here, the decoy, like his decoy stops out at 19 plus. There's a lot of people that ride out there unlocked. So
I think most e-bikes should not go over 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. And then I think in Europe it's a little bit less, isn't it? Like
I'm not sure what the regulation is in Europe, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Marty, I know you're on. Is there a limit out there in New Zealand? What is the e-bike?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question. They'd be more strict, I would think.
You would think, right? Okay, 25 kilometers.
That's like 20 miles.
Okay. So about the same. Yeah. No, that bike looks dope. It looks so good. And I'm a sucker for the black and gold anyways.
Yeah, so I'm going to switch that up. I'm going to sell the bike yoke dropper. If anyone wants it, it's going to be brand new. I'm not even going to use it. I'm switching that to a Kashima, and then I'm switching the brakes too. So if anyone wants Maven Silvers, I'll be selling those as well. Thank you for the plug, Mark.
Heck yeah. Get a hold. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you when they listen to this podcast?
Just email me. It's info@womensmtbnetwork.com, or you can DM the Instagram page too.
Okay.
We'll be able to hit you up on there. But yeah, so these were some cool stuff. Like there were some amazing helmets that came out of it. Like POC has the safest rated helmet on the market. Smith came out with the lightest full carbon, full face helmet too, which is pretty bomb. And then I was very bummed that Revel went under. I'm sure everyone has heard about that.
Heard about that. I couldn't believe it when I heard that though. I thought it was fake. I was like, no, that's not a real thing. And then I started seeing the official postings on Instagram.
Yeah, I was very bummed because I was going to get one of their e-bikes, and it's very upsetting for all the few people that work there. Yeah, so this is one of the new POC helmets, and it is rated like the safest helmet on the market.
Really? Wow.
Next in line is the new Fox Speed Frame RX or IRS, I believe.
Okay.
Was also really cool. And Smith new helmet with wall dry is pretty nice. That one was released as well. We just did a little review on that. Candace had been wearing it for a while, and Candace prioritizes that stuff because she unfortunately had that horrible crash in Sedona like 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I remember we were trying not to make her laugh at the Sedona studio.
I
She
know.
stitched up. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's crazy though is Candace is so sweet, but she did not remember the interactions at all because of the crash. That's so gnarly.
Yeah, she was pretty concussed. She was
Yeah.
really concussed.
So we got to get her in. So she's reviewing these helmets, the speed frame and the POC, just to making sure she's on the right stuff.
She did the Smith. Lauren's doing the speed frame, and I'm doing the POC.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Cool.
So it'll be pretty interesting to see the three of them together.
Okay, so on the POC, I tried the POC at Gravity Bike Shop because I was really curious about it. Not the new ones, but this is like a year ago. And putting it on, if for whatever reason it didn't fit like the back part of my skull, it was like really tight and then kind of an emptier space up top. But I just don't know if that was like if the new ones are different. Do they have like the boas and stuff or?
Yeah, they do. So the new ones called the Colaris, and that one has the technology in the back. The new Fox ones have that new boa technology too, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
But also the cool thing that I personally like about POC is that there's so much ventilation in there too, and the way everything comes through, like it just flows through your head.
Nice.
I personally like that.
They're a good looking helmet. I do love the way the POC helmets look. They look great. The Fox ones are always cool looking too. And then I know kind of like a newcomer ish is Cali Protectives. They're out there as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to see some of theirs?
I did. It was pretty cool to see them entering into that type of domain with some of those helmets. That's what you wear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I started working with those guys this last year, and I had them on the podcast. I learned a lot about Cali during the show, and I just love how innovative they are and how much involved the owner is, all the way to like every person in there is all about riding bikes and making a helmet that feels good but protects the riders as well. And I was on a ride up in Santa Cruz, and
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was up on a ride in Santa Cruz, and one of our friends crashed and hit his head and cracked the helmet and everything, but he was completely fine. The helmet did exactly what it was supposed to do. It dispersed the energy, and he got a brand new one. The cool thing about Cali is like you do get one free replacement after a crash with your purchase.
That's so good.
Yeah, which is super good. This is the DH Invader right there. That's a new colorway. So they're dropping new color drops now.
I like that. It's like galactic.
Yeah, that's cool, huh? This is the one that I currently have here, this orange and blue drop.
Ooh.
That one's pretty cool. Here is the all black. So yeah, I just I think that like Candace, it's so important to have a good helmet, one that you want to wear, that feels good, that you think looks cool, but also does the job. Because without the
Yep.
head, we're just kind of like
Yeah.
zombies
It's
out
kind of
there,
fun.
right?
Yeah. Like I just got my wife a new helmet because hers was 5 years old. And
Oh
she
my
was like, wait, I don't need that helmet. It works fine. And I was like, no, 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 you don't understand.
god,
So I went on like this whole spiel about a helmet. So I got her a new helmet. She's like, fine, I'll wear it. I'm like, well, yeah, you need to. You got to protect your head.
right? Right?
Goodness.
It's really important. I feel like that's one of the biggest things out there. In fact, before the show, my son actually crashed on his bike, and I was on the speakerphone with Kim, and I was patching him up, but he had like a half shell on. I was like, dude, you need to, you know,
Yeah.
sorry, I should clarify. He's on his new Moto Tech, which is like these like moto bikes. And I'm like, dude, you gotta have to have your full face when you're doing wheelies and jumping those things because they can get up there fast.
Is he
So
okay?
he's okay. He just got like the regular
Okay.
like elbow rash, but a big gash in there. So we had to use like
Yeah.
the butterfly strip to try to close it. We
Yeah.
had Dr. Kim on the show on the phone because she's definitely sutured up enough of her own elbow
Goodness.
to be like, this is what you need to do. So it was awesome.
Goodness.
Yes, Johnny's asking, was it Pierre? Yes, it was Pierre. Pierre crashed and actually caught that on video up in Santa Cruz. He have you ridden the Braille Trail up there, Mia? Up at Demo
I don't
Forest?
know. I rode trails with the people from the Santa Cruz bikes location, and I don't know the names of those trails. So I have
Did
no
you
clue what I've written up
oh
there. I just followed them. I'm like, I'll go wherever you guys go.
I know, God, it's so amazing up there. There was this kind of like hip where you can go up and hit this hip. But what we couldn't see is that the tree root trunk that was to the left, just like a tree trunk where a tree had been chopped down, it had been rotted out and maybe like was burned from a fire. So there was a hole from it. And when
Yeah.
Pierre went off, he went off a little bit to the left and realized that he's now over a gap. And he cased it, but it was one of those cases where the back tire hangs up and then flips you forward, you and the bike. So
Wow.
yeah, he went up and over and, but he was fine. I can't tell from the video because my arm gets in the way when I'm riding, just the way he falls off to the left. My arm is in the way,
Yeah.
but it looks like he may have impacted a tree on the way down or snagged something with his helmet. But man, I've never
Dude,
seen a
as long
helmet
as he
like
was
that.
okay, like,
Yeah, it was like the perfect commercial. He hopped up. He's like, "I'm fine. I don't have any headaches or anything. I'm totally fine."
did you see the video of Cami Nagara at Rampage in practice cracking her helmet in half?
No.
So, homegirl, she did like a 60-foot drop. And
Good
right at the
Lord.
end, she caught like a berm and she had, because she didn't compete at Rampage because they wouldn't clear her. She was severely concussed. Like, we saw her when Sarah and I were up on one of the side of the hills just taking pictures. She was coming up. Someone was carrying her bike because, unlike the dudes, the women had to carry their own bikes. The guys were getting helicoptered in, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
And
geez.
we're like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to the top and see how I feel," and and she didn't do it. But if you watch the video, like it's really hard to watch. It's pretty gnarly. I'll share it with you later. It's
I
on her
think
Instagram.
I think I did see that one, Mia. That's the one where, like, when she does slam down after the big drop, you see her kinda, like, squiggle a little bit offline and then cracks right into the berm, right? She kinda goes off to the
Yeah,
left. Yeah, that was
yeah,
heavy, going from that speed to, like, a full-on
yeah.
oof.
So she won the toughness award, and at the end when she got it, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be here next year." We're all
Sick.
like, "Yeah, you are."
Sick, sick.
Yeah, let me sick.
Yeah. God, helmets are important. So, the POC one stood out to you the most out of all the new helmets that you
Hmm.
saw?
Yeah, the POC was one. Well, and the Smith, the hardline new Smith, it's the lightest weight carbon helmet on the market.
Interesting.
I'd be
Inter
curious to try it, but they have such low inventory now. Yeah, like I picked it up and it was like, you're not even holding anything. It doesn't weigh anything, but it's like a $500 helmet.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those carbon helmets get up there, man. Bike park
I
season.
mean, you got to protect your noodle. Yeah, park season's coming up.
It is. It is. Johnny's saying, Mia, I loved your video from Rampage. You guys were so awesome out there. Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny. I love you,
I love
Johnny. You're the
Johnny.
best.
Johnny. And then we got Lauren in the house up there too. Not your wife, Lauren, but his wife, Lauren. And Lauren says monster when we were talking about that bike earlier. She says monster, monster, monster.
Oh yeah, she say something about my dog. She's like, I saw a very cute husky trying to interrupt the conversation. I don't know where he went.
Let's see. Hi, I just turned in and saw an incredibly adorable husky trying to be a part of the conversation. Oh my god.
Yep. That's my troublemaker.
That's cool.
And I apologize if you can hear. I can close the garage door. Can you guys hear anything else
I can't
from in here? No?
I can't hear anything. No, you sound good. Alexis, the girl is saying Mountain High is opening in May, I heard. What?
It's about time. They were supposed to open in September of last year.
Right? I thought they burned down on the fires, no?
I don't think so. I think that's why they didn't open longer. I think they were going to do like 2 weekends. But I'm not sure.
Okay. That's cool. That's really cool that they're opening. I know that they did that one day, right? And then there was the fires, and then they were gonna do like 2 weeks at the very end of the season or something. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome because then we'll have in the local area, we'll have Snow Valley, Mountain High, Snow Summit, Sky Park, Luisenyo. Dude.
Yeah, and like I love the fact that at least this park is gonna be like only an hour or so from me, whereas the other ones is like over 2-hour drive.
True. Yeah, that'll be nice. Have you
Selfishly,
been
I'm
to
like,
Luisenyo yet?
I haven't. I need to go there so bad. Angel, amazing tattoo artist Angel, has been trying to get us down there for a really long time. So maybe we need to do something this summer and just plan it out. Like we should all go take over Luisenyo Bike Park. It's a shuttle park though, right?
It's a shuttle park, yeah. Long descents. I mean, I'm talking take a break, like pull over and like take a break. Take a break. You're just like, are we almost there? Are we almost there? So fun. It's so fun.
What's the longest trail that is over there? Do you know?
Yeah, I think the longest one comes off the top. It's called Coyote, and it winds all the way down, and it brings you into this like middle section called, oh my god, why am I blanking on the name? It's like they used to call it the saddle, but now they've created a very cool like jump section up there in the middle area. Dang it. It's named after one of those cool, mysterious geological formations. Stonehenge. Jesus Louises. It's called Stonehenge. Yes, in the middle. And from there, the trail breaks off into multiple trails. So I would say Coyote because you have all that to get there, and then you have a whole new half to get back down from that spot. So, yeah, dude, your new bike would chew up the trails. Just, oh yeah, oh.
I can't wait to get that bike. Honestly, I'm so excited. It's my first e-bike. It's my first official e-bike that I've ever owned.
When you texted me that, I was like, whoa, wait, because I thought for some reason I was in the mindset that you had one already, but those were just
I've been
reviews.
demoing a ton. I've just been demoing a lot of them, but I don't own any e-bikes until now.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you, Fred. I'm so excited. I joined the dark side. I went to Specialized. Everyone's giving me shit.
Hey, there are some great people over there Specialized, like the Gear Girl right here. She says, I called them. She called Mountain High. So you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. Trail Monster from Arizona is on. He says, I am hoping to go, Johnny. He's asking, is there going to be a ride and shine? Ooh, can we tell the folks? Yes, there is.
There is, Johnny. Are you coming? Because if you're not coming, then we're canceling it.
Yes, July. I think the last communications, there's been emails back and forth, right? Is it July 12th?
July 12th, I believe.
July 12th is Ride and Shine, official Ride and Shine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Official. It's official.
That's going to be good too. Oh, here we go. He says, yes, I'm in. Yes, I'm in.
Oh, good. Is Lauren coming with you? You got to bring that sassy Lauren with you.
I know, right? Here we go.
What is that?
It's like Cali Creamin' by Mother Earth Brew Company. There you go.
Is that an alcoholic bevy?
It is. Wait, it's a Wednesday.
Nice.
I can have one.
No, I know. I just wasn't sure. I've been drinking a lot of NA beers recently, so
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like Athletic Brew.
yeah. That was the ones I tried at Sea Otter that were pretty tasty. There's another thing that came at Sea
Were they
Otter.
there? Was Athletic Brew Company at Sea Otter?
Yeah,
That's freaking dope. That's
I'm
awesome.
pretty sure it was that. Yeah, it was them. Like I just googled it. That's the. Oh, you know who else was there? Jameis Bikes. It was like one of the first things that I saw, and I thought of Kim.
Yeah.
They were there. In terms of like, I'm gonna quickly just show folks the breaks though that stood
Yes.
out to me the most
Yes. Yes. Let's
for
hear it.
these
Ooh. Ooh. For the folks that are on
the
iTunes and
TRP
Spotify,
Pros.
TRP Pros. Those the Evos? Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So with these, you can adjust the lever, but you can also adjust the bite, just like you can with like other SRAM brakes.
Wow.
Um,
I love how much like how they feel. They're so good.
I love TRPs. I have them on both my other bikes. Um, but yeah, these are really sick. I can't wait to try them out.
Oh my gosh. You know what you can get for those too? You know, Freedom Coast makes a lever that you can put on there. It has a little bit more of a hook on there. It like hooks in, I think by like, is it 20 millimeters or something like
Hmm.
that? Basically, it hooks into the point where wherever you would normally rest your finger is in the
Yeah,
hook. So when you're going through jank and everything like that, your finger's not going to bounce off of there. It's just like right in there, like a almost like a Shimano-y hook.
interesting. This one
Yeah,
looks pretty hooky.
that is pretty hooky. That is pretty hooky. That
I don't know. I'm
is.
gonna try it. Like, and it looks golder than the other gold that they
God, that
have, and it's like a
so good.
flatter thing, so it looks more bronzy, like instead of gold.
That
At least
looks
in this
so
light,
good. Here, let's give the people a
you would
bigger
see it if you came to thing on the third.
look at that.
Yeah.
Beauty. Beauty. So you're gonna take the Mavens off? The Maven Silvers are going off. You're selling those puppies?
If anyone wants brand new Maven silver brakes,
Yay. The Gear Girl says they're overrated. The TRPs are better.
wait, which ones are overrated? Probably the Shimano. Oh, or the levers, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. Alexis, which one's
Yeah, but
overrated? Let us know what you think on
TRPs
that.
are the.
TRPs are dope. TRPs. I did see Jason Rides Bikes just got the new Decoy SN and it has Maven Silvers on it. And he is going to be he said I have nothing to say bad about the Mavens at all. He is just familiar with TRP. He wants TRP and that's what he's gonna put on there. So he's got
Yeah,
some
same. No ill will towards the Mavens. Like I rode the Mavens bronze when I demoed the Levo 3 last year, and it was great. And it actually to me mimicked a little bit like TRPs. They felt like really modular like TRPs.
Uh-huh.
But you guys that know me know that I build bikes as best I can to my liking. And so my bikes all have a lot of gold in them and a lot of flair. So, I actually have a gold bike, a fully gold bike too. So
Damn.
color, not material.
I was gonna say, damn, YouTube's paying good these days. Full on gold
Yeah.
bike.
YouTube ain't paying nothing, friend. Hey, you
And they
have a
take
black
half.
and gold bike.
I do. I do. I love it. I got the YT Decoy SN Core 4. The gold hits came from Better Bolts. Better Bolts helped me out and got me the pretty much any bolt. We went titanium, and of course I chose gold off that magic black color. And it looks so good. It looks so good. I even went to Freedom Coast. I did get the lever. I know your girl's like, ew, but I got the lever from Freedom Coast and it's gold lever. So it's like, oh, it looks so
Do
good.
you have a photo of this bike? I haven't seen it yet. I need to see your new bike.
I do
I
have
would
a
see it if you're going to be at Sky Park May 3rd, but
I know, I know, and I know a lot of people are going too because we have that group thread. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be there," and then I was looking at weekends that I could make it work to go see Kim, and I was like, "Yeah, that's the weekend. I'll go." Ended up being Women International Women's Day. Here is here is said picture of the that's
is it
the
on your
gold.
Instagram? No. Oh,
No, that's
wow.
just the
That's
video.
gold.
That's
That's very gold.
gold. That's Freedom Coast Lever in gold, and then you could even see where it says Maven, you can even see the gold titanium hits right there.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Do you have a
so
gold stem? You need a 9-9 stem on that thing, like a gold one.
ooh, they have that?
Of course they do. I9 has everything, friend.
I need that. I need that.
I was I was gonna get one for this bike, but I think because the logo is more like a bronze than a gold, I
Uh-huh.
don't think I'm gonna go with the gold lever. I'm gonna go with a sorry, I don't think I'm gonna go with the gold stem. I think I would do bronze or I'll just leave it black. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
It's
gonna
getting
be
a little
sick.
expensive now. All the extra things I'm adding to it. Don't tell my wife. No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding.
We'll tell her the wholesale acquisition cost, not the retail price. Mountain Bike Q&A says, "Mark, how many bikes do you have now, or do you sell them when you get a new one?" Good question.
Good question.
So I basically with YT, I'll get one bike a year, which is fantastic. The thing is though, is like when I get a new bike, I bring in the old bike, and then I think they sell it to get it off their books. So I don't get to keep the bikes. I have to bring them back. So they're called LTL in the biz, long-term loaner, I guess is how they call it. But yeah, but I do have in the garage, I still have my regular size YT decoy, the green one. That one I
Nice.
purchased. The YT SN, and then I had a Capra,
Nice.
but I don't have a Capra anymore. I have a Capra coming, which will be cool. That'll be for park season. So that'll be 3 bikes, and then, just like everybody else, I had to buy another one with that pretty sick, pump track going on in San Clemente, a sweet dirt jump area down in San Marcos, the Gale Webb Sports Park here for pump track and jumps. I had to get a dirt love. So I just pulled the trigger on a YT dirt love that,
That's
so
awesome.
that's 4. Is that 4? That's 4 bikes.
That's a lot of bikes, but hey, the life is N+1, right? Like that's how it goes.
It is, it is. And then having a teenager in the house now, he like whatever I'm not riding, he's on it. And I'm like, hey, take it easy on that thing. Well, it's like a younger segment out there sending it bigger and better.
Oh God, watch that kid be on Rampage like 10 years from now.
If he wanted
I don't
to,
want to
he
jinx
just
you.
he
Sorry,
just
dude.
unlocks things like no big deal. We took him to Kim and I took him to the indoor bike park in Cleveland, Ohio, called Ray's Indoor Bike Park, and the kid was just unlocking things left and right. Things I've been there 3 times and wasn't clearing. For example, there's a jump there called the Tasco jump. You have to, you drop in, you have to deal with the course or some like quick berms and everything, and then you have to hit a tape. You have to keep your speed basically. And I was having
Mm-hmm.
trouble keeping the speed and pumping, and I'm still feel like I'm learning that bike and learning what it's like to be on a DJ. Kid drops in and cleans the line in 2 tries. I'm like, what the hell? The hell? Who is this
Naturally
guy?
gifted, naturally athletic.
Yeah.
You're
The
screwed
heck?
now.
What the heck? Getting old. I feel like the old man. I was all grumpy.
Well, you're not old because if you're old, that means I'm old.
Oh, thanks, Mia. MTB Tank is on here. He goes, epic, bro. YT, welcome aboard, Tank. Good to see you, brother. That is awesome. Girl's asking, does he want a Suron? You know what? He was
No,
looking
don't
at
get him a
Suron.
steroid.
Yeah, he decided to go
Those
with
things are they're legal too. You can't register them with the DMV. So, like, what are you gonna do with it? Go on the
I know,
local trails where you're screwing everything up for folks? At least that's the
right?
case up here in Thousand Oaks, Camarillo, Westlake Village area. The Surons are messing up the trails, so it's
Yeah.
become a huge issue.
Yeah, that's a bummer when they, create big ruts on the landings or takeoffs, and you're just like, and when they don't fix it, they just come in and
Yeah.
destroy it and leave. It's like, oh man, like want to
Yeah.
play, you gotta help. If you destroy, you gotta do your
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's awful because there's a lot of work that goes into the trails. So
Hmm.
he ended up getting a moto tech, and luckily for us, we live close to the Cleveland National Forest, so he can go back there. But being that he's a mountain biker, he knows not to be on the mountain bike trails. He
Yeah.
cruises
That's
around all
good.
the other trails, and he's been building his own jumps and stuff. Him and his little brother, which is cute. They're out there all day after the rain. It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh man. So for you with Women's MTB Network, okay, you had Redbull Media, you got you had this like big expansion of ambassadors too. I know MTB Sheen Queen was a part of that. Like who else?
Yeah.
Who else popped in on that? I mean, you guys are
We
growing.
had so many people apply. I was overwhelmed because I responded to each one of them separately, the ones who weren't selected. And I just felt horrible because everyone's worthy of acknowledgement, of being in the community and all that good stuff. But we have a really good group of ambassadors from all over the world. We have folks in Argentina, um, in Africa, in Europe, in Canada, in Australia. Um, yeah, it's really great. We're having a big meeting, a big party, as we call it, this Saturday, where we're going to get together and hang out and talk about stuff. But they're really good representation of their community where they live. They're either involved in trail building or they have their own community of mountain bikers, or they're advancing women in the sport and bringing awareness to it,
Mhm.
which is great. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm excited for Kim to be a part of this too because she's incredible, and she needs to hurry up and move to California so we can ride together.
Oh
That's all I
gosh.
have to say about it.
Yes, yes, yes. We're targeting soon. We're targeting soon. That's gonna be that's gonna be awesome. But I know until then, I know she's with Women's MTV International Women's Day coming up on
Yeah.
that weekend. She's organizing already. So
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully we'll talk about that too on Saturday, but a lot of women are doing some great things out there. So we're really excited. And now we're at a point where we have folks that can do and produce videos. So Amanda Hamilton is on board doing stuff for us.
she's
She's getting a
hilarious.
bike in a week or so. Yeah, she's freaking hilarious. Um, yeah, so it's been really great to slowly try and do all the stuff that we've been wanting to do, given that all of us still work full time and are
Wow.
doing this
Wow.
um, out of passion and love. Hopefully, it's not going to be like that for the rest of the year. But yeah, we've got some good stuff coming up. We're also going to Rome Fest this year as a group, which is super cool. We're going to have our own tent and stuff, our own booth up there. We're going to do like some fun activations and give away some goodies and rides and all that stuff. And then Rampage, which is going to be super sick again this year.
October.
Um, yeah, we're checking out a bike park in Utah early September and then going to
Dang.
New Mexico in August. We were going to go to Colorado to see the Rebel crew in June, but that's not going to happen.
Mm,
Um, yeah, so it's going to be a full on year, Mark. Full on year.
that's fantastic. You guys are like growing and getting involved and doing so many things. Then it used to be that we'd go to these things, like me and we'd be at Sedona Mountain Bike Fest, and it was like, okay, go hang out at this tent for this time to this time. But you like literally are now on stage being a part of things. It's like, what's that like? Is that cool? Is that
It's
weird? Is that
awesome.
just the
No, it's
beginning?
cool. Like it's odd for me to be the center of anything. I don't like it, but we got a booth this year, which was great. The good folks at Impact Canopies helped us out to get like our first booth. So we had our own spot, which was really cool. But yeah, we hosted the ladies panel again, like we did last year. We had more group rides. One of the days it snowed, so the festival was canceled for a half day.
Was that Sedona?
Um, mhm.
Snowdona? But you guys
Wasn't as
made the
bad as the day before, but it snowed like from Friday to Saturday. We woke up and there was a good like foot of snow.
again.
But we had the Silverado, so I didn't really care. Like I was driving that beast in the snow. GM sent us the vehicle for a week, so I was just stoked to be able to
Wait,
ride that thing in the snow.
wait, what? Wait, cover that a little, Please talk about that some more. How does that happen? GMC
The
sent you a
video's coming
truck.
out soon. Yeah, the video will be out next week. But yeah, it was the Silverado EV. It's got almost 500-mile range, so I almost got to Sedona from Southern California in one charge.
No way, not having to stop over because you and I both have Tesla. So what's that place that's
Mm-hmm.
like over by Carl's Jr. that you got to stop at and use the bathroom and you're like, gross, gross.
No, dude, there's another one. There's a
Another gross
supercharger there
bathroom?
now that has no. There's another supercharger across the street from that has over 100 chargers.
Oh, it's new.
In Quartzsite, yeah, it's like a couple years old. It's just that because when you route to it from your Tesla, it doesn't go to the new one; it goes to that crappy old one. So it's a
Oh,
little known secret that a lot of people are going to know about now.
oh, interesting. Okay, I got it. But so you got to bypass almost all that with the new GMC. You didn't have to sit there and because I think it's on the Tesla, and I have a long range. I think I had to stop. Joey will tell you it was like 20 times, but honestly, I think we only
It was
stopped.
twice.
Yeah.
I stopped twice. When I take my Tesla, I only stop twice.
Yeah. Joey's like, we're
But
stopping
yeah,
again.
this one was cool. This one was cool. We stopped up in New River on the way up to Sedona, and
Okay.
in the Electrified America chargers, it charges really freaking quick. It was like 15, 20 minutes to get 80%.
Whoa, that's
So
fast. Okay, on the
yeah, the
electrified
truck
America,
was insane.
is it the J, the whatever they call that hose, the cable? It's like the J. It's like
I
it's not the Tesla
think
compatible,
it's
right?
the NACS.
Okay. So you got to go
I
to
don't
like,
know, but yeah, I don't know, but the truck came with like the connector for Tesla chargers too.
oh damn.
Um, so I could charge, and that's where I was charging for the most part because that's where like I have an account and stuff like that. It did get pricey. You could charge with Electrified America depending on the day,
Interesting.
the time of day. Sorry.
I had heard about that a lot of vehicles were going to start using the Tesla infrastructure, and this car comes with it. What's this called? It's the GMC. Is it the EV
It's
Sierra?
the Silverado.
It
It's
is so.
the Silverado EV, and it was so cool, dude. Because the day before, so we got there Thursday to set up, and when we got there, that the amazing folks, the volunteers that were helping set up, there was this lady, we were calling her Canada the whole time. That's not her name. We were just being silly because she's from Canada and she was very sweet. And she was like, look at this beast. And she's like, you can park wherever you want. So we like went all the way down to where we were staged up. And then the day of the festival on the Friday morning, I shit you not. We went to that main entrance, you know where it is, because we had to like drive down there and there's a
Mhm.
line for people getting there. We had a swarm of people around the car when they saw it.
Oh, like
And they
where
were
is
like,
that?
oh
Yeah.
my God, what truck is that? What is that? And one guy's like, well, this is way bigger than my Rivian, or this is whatever. And I'm like, you guys can sit in here if you want, but they're only going to be a second. So yeah, they were like sitting in the truck and like sitting in the back. The back was gigantic.
Wow.
The seats in the back were huge. Yeah, dude. So then we put the Velociraptor on that monster, and it just was even gnarlier.
Oh, dude, I bet that looks cool. Oh my gosh, hold on one second. Not to interrupt the show, but ladies and gentlemen, Joey Yates is in the audience. What's
Oh,
up, Joey? Uncaged.
slacker.
He's
I
alive.
heard you're
He's alive.
slacking, Joey. I heard you're slacking.
Joey, I told him, I swear I told him about your construction business.
Sure. Construction business.
Look at me, his face is so serious.
Me,
Oh,
Carolyn, and I are playing. Yes. Okay, you have been unshunned.
yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. Joey saying, Mia, Carol and I are planning on riding Sky Park with you. Oh, cool, cool. Hey, look at this.
Nice.
Mia's in the
I like
chat. She
that.
says, I love that. Wow. How'd
You
you do
just
that?
saying that?
What the hell? This show is going
That's
off the
funny.
rails.
That's funny. Oh,
Oh
that's
man,
hilarious.
that is awesome. So, okay, so how does this happen? Because last time when Joey and I went to Sedona, we took the Tesla. Nobody contacted us for a truck and said, "You guys want to take the truck over?" It was like, don't answer that. They may want some money, Joey. Don't answer that phone call." But he was able to purchase a Rivian in the middle of the desert as we were driving the Tesla. They just released the Rivian
Yay!
R2, I think it was. So it's
I
able to
got
go at
that
night.
too on order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully it comes out soon. I
I
want to
know.
sell my Tesla so bad. I have a sticker on it that says the anti-Elon Tesla Club,
Yeah, I got to get
so
that
people don't
sticker.
key my car.
Right. I gotta get this. I had to turn on Century on my car just to make sure, like, dude, I'm cool. I'm cool. Don't worry about
You
it.
didn't have that already? You're nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I never thought about having it on. And then after all this, I was like, okay, I have to turn this on now, which is crazy because I like the fact that it was a EV and had nothing to do with anything political. I was just like, hey, this car seems fun and fast. And now, shit.
Well, and it is fun and fast. So there's still that.
Yeah, it is. I just go take the badges off it now. But getting back to GM, that's huge. That's they just they because like what I can't even talk right now. This is pretty cool. This is big because I know Subaru is like they support mountain biking. I know that who else is in through Heather Munive. I knew Porsche kind of has a pulse on things with mountain biking, but
Mm-hmm.
GM that seems new. Is that a new interest?
Sure. Hopefully.
Yeah,
We're hopefully collaborating on other things too. But yeah, it was awesome that they were able to lend us the car for the week. It was absolutely insane. I love driving it. I'd never driven a big car before. You're like
yeah,
up high, and you got to
yeah.
get a sense of the size. It's gigantic. It's really long.
Was it
Um,
was it easy to load the bikes in? Did you like throw them over the
oh yeah.
tailgate? Yeah.
At first, we threw them over the tailgate, and then we connected with Velociracks, and they put one of those 4 racks on there for us. And those racks are sick because they come down too, so you can just walk the bikes to it and
Dang.
then spring them back up. So, yeah, it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy, and the car like goes raises and lowers just like I don't know if other trucks do that. People correct me if I'm being ignorant, but the only other car I know EV is the Cybertruck, where you can like raise and lower it and stuff for range or whatever.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, the
That's
truck
cool.
was sick, Mark. If you get a chance to see one, like they're really expensive, but if you get a chance to see one,
Let's see if I can pop it up here for
definitely.
everyone to see. It was called the GM. Is it even out right now?
Yeah, it's out. I think we have it on our Instagram too. Like, I think there's this really cool photo that we did. It was like the gangster photo with us and Jess Hanna.
Oh,
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Where is it?
and you said it was you didn't say Silverado. You said it was
It's a Silverado
oh, it is a
EV.
Silverado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Got it. Got it right here. Dude, that's a good looking truck. Bring it up here for everyone to see, and then I'll blow it up. I know Joey does
Yeah,
this
I
for
had
you guys
that
at the
blue
manual.
one.
Oh, you had the blue one?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That thing is
It
sick.
looks like an avalanche. At first, I was like, I don't know about this, but like for real, the truck is a beast.
Wow. That looks fun. Is it peppy like EV? Like EV pep, where you just step on the
Mm-hmm. You can
gas
go
and all the power's right there?
0 to 60 in like uh
A second.
4.8 seconds or something, same as the Model Y.
Wow. You have to remember that the bikes are in the back so you don't like fully launch it because the bikes will still be
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
That's a good looking truck. Shout out to GM. Good job. How
Yeah,
cool is that?
they're great people over there.
Wow.
Really great people over there.
Wow. I love that.
I'll let you know when the little video comes out that we're putting together. It should be out next week.
Yeah, I love to see that. That's really cool. Um, People are asking Joey, where are you? And
Yeah,
he's
where are
saying,
you, Joey?
starting up a new business, gotta pay the bills. I guess, all the N+1 gotta pay the bills. Joey's also saying, my friend just got a brand new Y for
Isn't that
$35,000.
crazy? That's
Wow.
insane.
Prices are dropping. The stock prices are dropping. The prices of the actual cars are dropping.
Yeah,
Heads are
prices of
falling off.
everything. Let's hope grocery prices actually drop.
Dropped?
Let's hope. It
Oh,
dropped.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you said they did. I was like, I'll be right back. I gotta go get some groceries.
Go get some eggs.
Right? Um, and Joey is saying it's amazing all the different configurations this truck will do. Oh, so he's looking into it. Damn.
Yeah, Joey, like this truck is crazy, and you can power up your house too if you lose power. Like it can act as like a backup generator to power your entire house. My
Good.
neighbor over here has one of those Ford Lightnings, and that is pretty much like the same thing.
That's
We
cool.
always get power outages.
That's cool. The first time I actually saw that in action, I think it was after the floods, and Seth Bike Hacks was, I think he has the Ford Lightning, and he was able to power up some stuff when everybody else had no power. He was able to do that with the Ford Lightning. I believe that's in one of his
Yeah.
videos. That's pretty sick. to be
Yeah,
able to
it's
do that.
really sick. I wish I could afford one, but one thing at a time, one
Yeah.
bike at a time.
Right? So true. Now, also, you look totally different. You look good. What's been going on there?
Oh, thanks.
Nutrition, working out, a little combination
Yeah,
of both. What's happening as
just
I'm
trying to
drinking a
get
beer?
healthier as you're drinking a beer. Yeah, I'm about 40 pounds down almost. I got a little bit more to go. Next year, I've committed to going up Mount Kilimanjaro on my mountain bike in August
Oh,
of next year. So I started training and doing a bunch of stuff to better myself.
wow.
Do you want to come?
When is it? How far is it again? Let me put
Mount
this beer over there.
Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, and it's 19,000 feet of elevation.
Holy crap. And in Tanzania, I can't fly the e-bike there, can I? So it's
You can.
analog.
This is not an e-bike trip.
It's an analog climb, isn't it?
This is using your legs.
Is it on gravel bikes at least, or is it going to be like
No,
on
it's
a
mountain bikes. On mountain bikes.
locked out full squish? Is it on pavement or is it on path?
It's like a gravel road. It's the side of a volcano, dude.
Oh
You
my
should. Okay,
God,
I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna text it to you.
19,000. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Mhm.
bring it up. Mount
And
Kilimanjaro.
I just got cleared to start riding my bike, so I'm can start getting back on the road on the bike again after 5 months off.
Oh yeah, tell the people a little bit about that. That's been
God, I feel like there's so much to catch up on.
gnarly. I know, it's been gnarly. I'm so glad that you're back though. But wow.
I tore a ligament off my bone in my ankle.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, it was not fun. But I'm fine. I can
You're
walk.
doing
I just got like this really big bulgy freaking looking tendon, like ligament, like popping out of the inside of my ankle.
And since we're mountain bikers, we have to explain like the injury. Was it Superman? Was it throwing the one footers? Was
Dude,
it?
it wasn't even a mountain bike related accident.
I remember
Haven't I
the
told you this? 2
yes.
days before Christmas, I was screwing around with my brother. I was in Australia visiting my family, and I was on a shopping cart. And the wheels in the shopping carts in Australia, I'm sure this is the same in New Zealand, the back wheels move independently. The back wheels in shopping carts here don't.
Right.
And they're also like 10 inches. So as I was pushing the cart and screwing around, the wheel turned and I stepped on it. And I just like, my foot just gave out. I completely
folded.
rolled my ankle and tore a ton of ligaments and stuff. 2 weeks ago, I had another MRI and it showed 2 other torn ligaments that weren't picked up in the first MRI.
Oh, damn. Damn, you're growing ligaments just to tear them at this point. You like tore them all.
Pretty much.
Holy crap. So you've been off for a long time. Yeah, mountain bike Q&A's going, mother.
Yeah, it was not. And it's funny because like my brother thought I was screwing around with him, that I just felt, because apparently I felt all dramatic. Like, and he's like, what are you doing, parkour? Like totally giving me shit. And I just yeah. And Lauren looks back at me and she could see my face and I went like white and pale. I threw up like 3 times from like pain and shock after that. And my brother realized that I was severely injured and he went back into the chemist and bought me a bunch of stuff. And yeah, and that's that.
No, for the folks listening in, when you say chemist, that's like pharmacy.
Yeah, pharmacy. Sorry, the Aussie in me.
Okay.
There's some words that never leave. There's some words I use that I would never stop saying. Chemist being one of them.
When you said chemist, I was like automatically going to like in my mind, like, were they buying drugs or something?
You would think, right?
Yeah. Your girl's like, boo,
Yeah.
boo. Oh man. Well, I'm glad you're back from that injury. You got
Thank
cleared to
you.
ride. So are you able to just kind of start off slow, like really build up the muscles around the ankle again?
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah.
say to have muscles, but support.
Yeah, no, but that's what it is. Like that's the only thing is physical therapy because I don't want to have surgery.
Mhm.
Um, so I I am just doing PT twice a week and trying to strengthen the muscles around it. And I can go about 5 or 6 miles on a bike right now without feeling a lot of pain on an analog bike where I'm actually putting power to the pedal and stuff.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome, Mia. You've been off the bike for 5 months and you've lost 40 pounds.
Crazy.
Dude, when I get
But that was over the course of the year. Like I lost 40 pounds over the course of the year though.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Dedication.
Thank
What would you
you.
say what was the turning factor to losing that? Because I feel like after the holidays, we're all looking to shave off a couple pounds here and there. That's why I wear black a
I
lot.
don't know. For me, it was just really I had an eating disorder for years, and it stemmed from a lot of things that happened to me when I was a child that I'm not gonna go into, but it I finally addressed it, and I got to a point where I was like, "No, I wanna be healthy." My dad had a cancer scare, so my brother had a heart scare, so I was just like, "It's time." I'm 43, I was 41 at the time, 42. And it's just like, I want to live another 40 years, why not just try and get your mind in order? Because that's what it is the hardest part is the mental aspect of it,
Oh man, well
you know?
said. Yeah.
So if you have a good support system, and luckily I have the best partner in the world who helps me and is very patient with me, and friends like you guys to help with the mental aspect of it, that's literally the toughest part in life is working through your mental health. And it's not easy,
Yeah.
but
Did you seek out a counselor as well to do this or
no, I used to see a shrink a really long time ago, but, one of the things that's helped me, at least in the last 3 months, is Braden Brinhurst and I have become pretty close, and I've been working a lot on that, the mindset training that he does, doing the same thing, and that has helped a lot too.
I
So,
love that dude.
the fearless mind.
Yeah. Who's the author behind the book that he always talks? It's the professor that he was with in, Utah, right?
Dr. Craig Manning,
That's it, Dr. Craig Manning, that's right, that's right. That's
and
cool.
that's the course that I'm doing with him. It's from Dr. Craig Manning,
Oh, that's cool, The Fearless Mind by
the
Dr.
fearless
Craig. Yeah.
mind, yeah.
What are
And
some
he's worked with so many amazing people.
yeah, right? And to see Braden do what he did, when he filmed that movie and rode the whole enchilada in reverse is
Mhm,
insane. In a day. Was it
mhm.
a day? It was a full-on day, a
It
long
was a
day.
full day, and that's why we're gonna conquer Kilimanjaro together.
Yeah. Is there 3 of us in here? I don't know. Is it Kilimanjaro? Who's this Kilimanjaro dude? Joey is asking, "Is Mount Kilimanjaro higher than Mount Calaveras?" Yes, Joey, it is. Joey does seems random. Joey has a volcano, I swear to God. Joe versus the volcano. He's got a volcano in his backyard, and the volcano is at Calaveras. So he rides that
Oh
all the
my
time.
god.
But yes,
Joey, that's 500 feet, my friend.
definitely a lot bigger.
500 feet.
It's
That
definitely
you need like 20 times that.
right? Kilimanjaro. I mean, if you break down the word, if you're like a wordy, Killaman, you had me right there. I stop. Killaman? No, 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 thank you. I'm out. But I think it's a great goal, and I think you can slay it for sure. Girgirl
Thank
is
you, friend.
asking you, Mia, when are you getting the Gen 4?
I'm not sure. I think this week. I think it's
Ooh,
been shipped.
ooh.
So I have to follow up with Spesh on shipping this week, I think.
That's amazing. Are they doing the build out for you? Everything in there for you?
No, I think my bike shop's gonna build it for me
Okay.
because I have like so many things I'm changing out.
Mm.
So, not so many things. Just like I don't know.
Contact
I'm
points
turning it to tubeless. I'm doing new saddle, grips, and dropper. Oh, and lever.
and lever. TRPs. Oh,
No, I'm
shifter?
going with P&W lever.
Oh, for the dropper. For the dropper lever.
No, for the lever. The dropper is going to be a Fox Kashima, but the dropper
Ooh.
lever is going to be a P&W.
Ooh. Damn. That's nice. Girls saying jealous. Jealous.
It's a nice bike.
It
I
is.
was very lucky that I was able to get one.
That is great. The Dusty Dutchman just joined. He says, "What's up, fam? Good to see you, JT." Oh,
What's
speaking of
up,
Creator
JT?
Camp, are you going to Creator Camp this year? Do you think
I
you can
have it
make
on my
it?
calendar. I have it
Hell
on my calendar. It's early September,
yeah, it's going to be
right?
good. Yeah, it's I know it's in the fall, and I just got I asked JT to email me so I don't forget it. But yes, that's gonna be fun.
To be there. I think it's going to be a great time.
Can you imagine the content? I think Johnny is going, Mountain Bike Q&A, and Lauren, and Kim and I,
Nice.
you. I mean, if they put
Nice.
us all in one big Airbnb, we can make a lot of content, like the real world.
Dude, we're not going to sleep. No, I don't want It's going to be a shit show.
Who ate my cereal? Like, we'll start with the dramatic. Here we go. He says September 5th through the 7th. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Who
gonna
locked
be
out
a
my
shit
suspension
show.
again? God damn it.
Who took my battery?
Who took my battery?
Who took my like AXS battery? Fuck, I got a pedal now without
Right? This is painful. This is painful. Johnny says, I'll check my calendar. I'll see what I can do. Yes.
Whatever, you're coming, Johnny.
He's gonna
Don't
be
even.
there. It's gonna be so fun. But like real quick, I know we kind of glanced over that book. What are some things if people are looking for books? And I know we were talking about books like this,
Yes.
high value books, Rescue Your Dreams by Adam Mock. The book by the book that you're reading right now, the work that you're doing, what is some of the things in that book that you have gleaned that could be interesting to somebody who's looking for a fun book to change their mindset?
I'm gonna go with the book that I'm listening to for the second time in a month, and it's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday.
Oh,
That book is really good. It was
okay.
recommended to me by Aaron Lutzy, who's an absolute rock star,
Love that dude.
and he got me to start reading his stuff, and it's really great because it's about mindset. It's again about like trying to analyze and figure out what you can and you can't control and where to put your energy into things, and that sometimes realizing that an obstacle in front of you is literally the way to go forward. Either you stop or you go around it or you find a way.
Wow. That's a good one. The obstacle is the way. Who was the author on that again?
Ryan Holiday.
Ryan Holiday. Dude, Lutzy has some good books. I know he when he was at Redbull, he used to have like, book clubs kind of with the team, and they would a lot of it was mindset stuff. And then obviously you see the product, you see what the Red Bull athletes can do. So that's good.
And that's like the one key thing when I interviewed Lee Donovan was one of the things she told me is that like it's 100% mindset. And she said, I guarantee you a lot of these young athletes don't focus enough on it because if they did, they'd be winning races.
Really, that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. God,
Yeah,
it's
it's 100% mindset.
so mental. Oh, shout out to Matt Konings up in Canada. What up, Mark? Stoked to listen to this episode. This dude is
What's up,
unreal.
Mark?
He is such
Matt,
a
sorry,
pro.
Matt Konings.
Yeah. Matt Konings at a horseshoe bike park up there in Ontario, Canada. The dude shreds, but also creates some epic trails. If you guys are ever up in that area, Ontario, Canada, definitely hit up Horseshoe Bike Park. He makes that place so fun. And they had the summer series out there. So Crankwork Summer Series was at that bike park.
Yep.
Signed up for that.
That's sick.
Got my butt handed to me on a platter. But
Hey, you tried it though. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. So much fun. First time I did a slalom race and a downhill race. They were back-to-back days, so I was like, "Can't get hurt."
Yeah.
That was my excuse. "Can't get hurt because I got a race tomorrow." And then, dropping in and realizing my times were not even close to some of the locals. Like,
That's all
"Bye.
right. I mean,
Bye."
they live there, right? They do it all the time.
Yeah, but the experience, yeah, true. The experience was so fun. And then being in
Yeah.
the gate for the first time, like actually standing there on the bike, putting my front tire on the gate and listening for it to drop was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so it's like that's a skill in itself, which was awesome. Matt's so nice. He goes, "You killed it." Thank you,
Oh,
brother.
I'm sure you did. You're pretty good, Mark.
I try. Clownfish says, "Did you hear Ari Bikes had 300 bikes stolen?" Yes.
Yes.
What the
Wait,
hell?
was it 300?
I knew it was a lot. I didn't know it was 300, but damn.
Well,
That
yeah, I mean, they had a whole demo fleet out at Sea Otter, including Kyle Straight's Rampage bike.
that was in there too?
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, I don't know if it was in their trailer, but I saw it in their booth.
you know if someone tries to sell that, that's gonna be a dead giveaway. Be like, "Oh, yeah, I'd like to buy that
Oh
bike.
my
Where are you
God.
again?"
1.7 million worth of bikes. Damn, I hope they have good insurance.
Holy crap.
Oh, that's so shitty.
Totally. I heard too that there was a new dirt jumper in there that wasn't even released to the public yet. That sucks. That sucks. Damn.
Damn.
I
Hopefully it's all
know.
cataloged, right? Serial numbers are cataloged and everything. So if it comes up, like
Hope
they
so.
can run the serial number, maybe they can find some. I don't know, but
Yeah. You would ugh, I wish that truck had Sentry mode. It's like, those are the people who did it.
I know.
You
Wouldn't
know,
that be awesome if they had that?
to catch them. I mean, how'd they get away with that? Like, did they drive the truck away, or was there that many people involved that you could unload that many bikes and take off?
I have no clue, dude. I have
That's
no idea.
stolen en route to
But
LA. Damn. Damn.
it's
That's
probably coming back from Sea Otter to Utah, you know,
on his way. Yeah, definitely.
on his way home.
Yeah, that sucks. Damn, I hope they find it. I know I reposted it, so if you guys are out there listening and you see that post from them, repost it because you never know where those bikes are, and it just takes one of us to repost, and maybe we have a chance to help. That would be cool. A
Yeah.
happy ending would be nice to that story.
Yeah. It would be
The
nice.
I know, right? The Death Judgment says, "I pictured some Fast and the Furious style hijacking of the semi-trailer." No kidding, right?
hmm
It's like, how? How? Matt Conies has a question. Question for Mia. How do we get more
Oh
women
wow.
into racing? Ooh, good question, Matt.
How much time do you have?
As much as you need.
um, get them on bikes. Go have them check out some of the local races where a lot of women are kicking butt. You know, depending on what type of racing you're talking about, if it's enduro or cross country, dual slalom. Find the local community that is close to you, so that women can do that. But also, there's deeper issues like the industry not realizing that women need a seat at the table. You know, I heard a statistic once that it was like something like 3% of women are at the top decision makers in cycling when we make close to 40% of consumers. So I think it's a
3%.
deep rooted issue. But
Wow.
there's a lot of really great women and men bringing support to get women into on bikes and racing and stuff. But I think the first thing, like we have a thing on our website where you can find groups and coaches from around the world. So you can always go there and look if there's a club close to a woman or a girl that wants to start riding. But we also know a lot of folks who are working with nonprofits to get more kids into racing, especially in the United States. Like the Bay Area Bike Project is one of them. One of our ambassadors, Shelly, started the Fire Enduro racing team out in Pennsylvania. So it's just supporting folks like that. If you see it, share it, get more eyes on it, you know. But yeah, there's so much to that question.
Right?
There's so much.
I mean, do you think that there's like a bulk of women who ride, but is there like an intimidation factor to go into
Oh,
racing?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
A lot of women, I see women in their late 20s, which to me that's still very young. thinking that they shouldn't ride bikes anymore because they're almost 30. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's
Dude.
like probably your peak.
Yeah.
Lee Donovan, again, I know she's an anomaly. She was a professional athlete, but the woman is the only person in the world to have won the Triple Crown. No man or woman has done it. Dual slalom, world championships, and downhill, all in the same year. And she came back and retired at 32. She came back at 35 and did it again. Well, she didn't win the Triple Crown, but she won races again at that age. So thinking that you're too old for something is a big issue when
Good
you're
point.
not.
Right?
Two of our ambassadors, one at Sea Otter Classic, Lindsay, she won the over 40 category at Sea Otter. And
Yeah.
Andrea just won the over 40 over in Medina in Tasmania. So
Wow.
it's like just getting more people to ride bikes. Yeah, and Jill Kittner did her 12th win at Sea Otter, her 12th dual slalom win, and she's, I think, 35 or 36.
Yeah.
So age is just a number. If you've got it, like, she beat Caroline Buchanan, who's a two-time Olympian BMX champion.
Wow. Right?
Yeah.
That's insane. And the thing too that I learned when I did the race, like for Horseshoe, they're the Crankwork Summer Series that Matt was putting on out there at that bike park, is that it was fun. You know, like it
Yes.
it, it definitely seems scary, like, oh my God, I'm entering a race. But then I kind of realized like only 3 people can be on the podium, but you can have a blast. You could still have
Yeah.
fun. And I made like I was talking to other riders and just it was a great event that lasted like for the money that you pay to enter a race. It was like entertainment for the whole day.
Yeah.
It was just fun. And then, you know, obviously
And
you
that's,
look and you see and you're like, oh, maybe I can increase my times later, but I did it. It was not that scary.
yeah. See, and that's what you should think about when you're entering a race. Like, what are you doing it for? Are you
Yeah.
doing it because you've always wanted to do it? Like with me, I've always wanted to do a race. I know I probably wouldn't win, but I wanted to do it just to try it, just to see that I did it because it's fun. Um, you know, talking about the intimidation thing real quick. I did a podcast with someone recently, and they had mentioned that even as a professional athlete, they still feel intimidated to go and ride with other people. These are
Wow.
like professional athletes. So that speaks volumes that it's not something that's just for folks who think they're not good enough or can't do it. I
Yeah.
think it's just creating more of that welcoming environment, you know?
Mm. Good call. Matt's saying, hey, you're never too old. We are just big kids. Thank you for the insight, Mia.
Yeah, and I'd love to come up there and see what you're doing too, Matt. Like that would be sick to come up there and ride bikes and check out all the stuff that you've got going on.
Yeah, he's definitely there's some like prodigies up there. I noticed that when they had the women's division, some of the younger girls that were competing were pretty damn good. There was 2 of them in particular. One of them I think qualified for I forget, was it the U Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, was it a US Olympic possible type of
Mm-hmm.
qualifying thing? It's just it was cool, but you could see this little community of people. It was awesome. Matt saying that would be awesome if we
Yeah.
could make it up there. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
you cover that. You should cover that place. It's fun.
You
They
don't have to ask me twice. You don't
take
have.
take the new downhill rig that we're not can't talk about yet and take it out there. Clownfish is saying, I met a rider at Dog Park named Peter Jameson from RE Bikes on Saturday. His new Nebo Peak looked awesome, and the new colors stand out. So if someone's riding a new one, people will definitely notice. Oh, yeah, that's a good call out.
Yeah, they will because they haven't been selling a ton because there isn't a ton to sell. I think people are waiting for them to come over.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. Like, I think everyone around here that has an RE bike is now going to get questioned. Like, is that
Yeah.
a stolen one?
Where'd you get that, bro? Did you check the serial number? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
I got a deal. Oh man, you had me at I had a deal. I gotta turn you
I
in.
know. I know.
The Dusty Dutchman says, I like to do a race or 2 a year just to keep myself motivated and ride consistently for fitness as fun. Yeah, totally.
See?
Right? Yeah, that's a tough question to unpack. Like how to get more women into racing. I know for firsthand experience. I know Kim, my girlfriend Kim, was really nervous. She's always wanted to race, but she was really nervous about it for some reason. And then Madison, Heather and Madison, Heather
Mm-hmm.
Mooney and Madison Pitts, Madison kind of talked her into it, said, just go for fun. Like whatever time slot you get, make that your baseline. And the next time you go race, see if you can beat it if it's at the same place.
Yeah,
And she
exactly.
had it in her mind, like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna have fun. And she podiumed. And
See,
and
because
I
she's
didn't.
awesome and she just
So
had fun.
she had fun. I was clapping for her, like, go, babe, go. But yeah,
That was the
now
same
that
thing.
she
You're talking about Maddie. She at Sea Otter, she qualified for the dual slalom too. Like, and she said she was just doing it for fun. You know. One thing, real quick, I want to go back to Matt's question about getting more women on bikes too. I think a lot
yes.
of it is resources, is
Okay.
providing the resource and the platform for women to race. So, like Shelly from the Fire Enduro team, she started that team, I think three or so years ago. I'm not sure. And it was because her daughter wanted to race and there was no racing for her kid.
Oh
So she
no.
started it. She's like, okay, I'm going to create an enduro series then so that girls can race. And
Oh
she did.
wow.
She's a badass.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. So sometimes it's just opportunities not there.
exactly. There's no opportunity. So,
Interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. I
yeah,
have
Shelly's a
noticed.
badass.
Yeah, I feel like I have noticed there are a lot more, way more women on mountain bikes from, I haven't been mountain biking that long, but 5 years ago when I started to now, I feel like there's way
Yeah.
more. And so I wonder if that'll be a
Hmm.
natural progression to see more into the racing side eventually.
I hope so.
Hope
And
so.
Kate Courtney's also doing some really good stuff to get women on bikes. She has her foundation now that she started to get more young girls on bikes, and that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's growing. It just needs to continue, in my opinion, a little quicker. But that's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, yeah, and hopefully overcome some of those things that may be, driving them away from trying it or having fun or just not being
Yeah.
aware, or it's
Yeah.
not as encouraging maybe to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Trail Monster's saying, "Yeah, here we go. Races are too stressful." It's
Mm,
definitely something too. Like you definitely feel that. I felt that. And I think to your point though, with that professional athlete saying that they still feel intimidated, that's part of it. And
mhm.
and maybe the game there is how much can you overcome mentally from the last time you signed
Yeah.
up for a race? Like, are you a little more postured now that you have entered a couple, or does it still drive you crazy? If it is, maybe
Yeah.
that's not your thing, but
Exactly.
you know, don't let it hold you back from not even trying.
Exactly. It shouldn't hold you back from trying.
Yeah. Octodad is saying we have amazing local racing in Rotorua. Iron Maidens and Low Key Super D are very inclusive. Oh, that's cool to hear.
Yeah. The Iron Maidens is sick. I
Yeah.
have some friends down in New Zealand. I need to come down there at some point. I have to go to Australia early next year for something, some family thing, and I think I might. Lauren and I were like, maybe we should go to New Zealand beforehand and like do some mountain biking down there.
Phew, the
So
motherland.
we'll see,
Yeah. Some of that footage that was coming out of New Zealand this last couple months was insane.
dude. And one of my friends, the photographer down there, her name's Rachel Hatfield. She's freaking killer, and she took some amazing photos for us for Crankworks and Natural Selection.
God, man, that seems like big. On camera, it looked big. So in real life, it was
Yeah.
like incredible. So
Yeah,
insane.
Shailene Reno, you guys need to keep an eye out for this writer, Shailene Reno. She is insane. So for the Rotorua, the last thing that they had, I think it was the summer series. She did like I don't even know the name of the trick. She was completely off the bike, pedals, hands, everything. So it's just her in the air like this, and her bike's like right in front of her.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
That's crazy. What the heck is that called? I know Matt Konings would know what is that, like you're like a starfish, like totally just like the
I
bike,
don't know.
the bike
No,
underneath you, or is it
Heather.
in front of you?
Here, if you go to the Women's MTB Network Instagram and
Okay.
just scroll down a little bit, I'll show you exactly the exact photo I'll tell you about.
Okay. going to Women's MTB Network. Gonna check this photo out. Let's see. Scroll down from the top. Oh, let me post it on. I just realized I didn't have it on here.
No, it's all good. Okay, so go down a little bit. It's going to be
Matt's
on the
saying it's
right
called a
side.
nothing. It's called a nothing.
Yeah, there you go. Keep going.
Keep
Keep
going.
going.
Keep going.
Okay, right there. Crankworks kicks off and run away. Yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
damn. What the hell?
Yeah, she's
Wow.
insane. She's
That's
freaking insane, this girl.
yeah.
And she's the
Yeah.
nicest, sweetest person, too. She's really nice.
That's cool. Look at that. That's way up there. Jeez. Yeah, Matt Coney is called he's saying that's called a nothing. Octodad is saying a no hand Superman. Huh.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Looks
But I think it is called a nothing because I asked her, and that's what her boyfriend told me. I
he
think
said it
that's what
was
it is. Yeah,
it's almost one
a
of those
nothing.
answers where you're like, oh, why don't you want to tell me? Dude, it's nothing. Like, come on, please. Like, I really want to know what that dude, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's something. It looks awesome.
Funny. Oh, JT's asking what my dog is up to. He's passed out over here in front of me, looking really cute.
Oh, here we go. What's all you're up to? Somewhere looking cute, probably.
He's a menace to society, that dog. Every time we wake up and my wife's like, "Had you chosen mayhem today?"
Matt's saying Shalene is such a rad girl, stoked when
Yeah,
you get to ride with her. That's freaking cool. Damn.
yeah, she's kick ass.
That's awesome. I feel like there are a lot of female icon, like when you think of writers, female icons that are out there now for other kids to look up to and writers to look
Yeah.
up to in general. I mean, God, there's so many that are just insane.
Well, like I talked with Aaron Lutzy, and he was telling me some of his biggest idols in mountain biking were like Missy Giove and Jill Kittner and Lee Donovan. Like it was the women that got him into mountain biking.
Crazy. From Aaron
Yeah,
Lutz?
it's pretty. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's pretty insane. Like, and that Rampage, Mark. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when the ladies were podiuming, I don't even know if that's a word. They were in the podium, and Robin did like her shoey, and they had all this stuff. 4 little boys came up to her to sign. Can you sign my helmet? Can you do this? And then one of them asked Casey Brown for her helmet. The other one
Sick.
wanted like Robin's shoe because she did like the shoey out of it. So like
Yeah,
seeing the little boys like get so excited about that too is really cool.
that's really cool. That's really cool. That's changing, right? Because it used to be the
Yeah.
men athlete up there and the little kids like looking up to them. Now we have like little kids, but boys even looking up to
Yeah.
these women that are just killing it, which is cool to see.
Yeah. It's so
That's
cool.
that's a good story. I love that. I love that. Girl saying everybody watches women's sports, and
There you go.
Octodad is saying, "Hey, what's your favorite trail bike you have ridden lately, and why?"
Ooh. My favorite trail bike of all time is the Rebel Rascal. I have
Okay,
had 2 of those bikes. I have one here that I'm now never getting rid of. I am selling my rail though, the other one, the other enduro rig. But it's the suspension platform to me, the CDF suspension platform is incredibly efficient, especially when climbing. So even though it's 140, 130 mil bike, the one I had before, I put a 150 fork on there, and I thought it was going to like screw up the head tube angle a little bit, but didn't really do that. So then I was fortunate to get their new model that came out last year, and to me, it's just like it's the best bike. In terms of e-bike though, because I demoed so many last year,
yeah,
the Cannondale Moterra SL was the funnest bike. I had the bike for 6 months. That bike was incredible.
trail bike.
And the specialized the Levo SL was also really fun. I mean, they're all fun. They're all good bikes, but
Yeah.
in my opinion, those were the ones that I liked.
Was it the way that they handled what the suspension platform on those or the
Yeah, it's
playfulness
mainly
of
the
them?
suspension platform, some of the geometry. So I like longer wheelbase. I like the mullet a little bit better for cornering. I like Fox components a little bit better. To me, they're a little cushier, but I have
Mhm.
like rock shocks on my Rascal. The way that the maneuverability of the bike, so if you're in tight switchbacks, climbing up or down, the bikes maneuver really well and they handle really well. But it's all personal preference. Riding a bike is 100% personal preference.
True.
So yeah, if you haven't tried a Redbull, I highly recommend it. Although now they're going out of business or they're selling the bikes super cheap. If anyone's ever curious on the Redbull,
Did they ever say,
yeah.
is it just I know the industry's been tough this last couple years post-COVID for a lot of bike companies. Was that why, or did they get funding
I
pulled?
don't
Did they
know.
say?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, shoot.
And when I asked, the person didn't know either.
Seems like
So
seems it's one of those companies that you're like, you question when they're like, "Did you hear Rebel's going out of business?" It's like, "Wait, what?" It's not like, "Oh, that makes sense." It's
yeah.
more of like, "Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah, and like Revel, they came in hot 5 years ago and they changed the game a little bit with this new bike and this new platform, the new suspension setup. Jess Hanna has the 24th Revel bike ever made.
that's right.
Number 24 off the line is hers.
That's right, that's right.
Um, Randy the Rascal.
Randy. I know.
Randy the Rascal.
Octodad is saying that Robin signed his helmet at Crankworks. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Also saying that I liked riding the Cannondale too, mid-travel and lighter
Mhm.
weight.
That's
That's
the
really
thing with
nice.
the Cannondale that I loved. It was full power and it was only 42 pounds.
Dang.
It was so incredibly light, like 600 watt hour battery, and it's
42.
incredibly light.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's getting down there like that. The Amflow, isn't that also it's full power, it's down there too, but I know that they don't sell that in the US. I
No,
remember
it's the motor. So it's the DJI motor and
um,
battery that's on the Forbidden. It's 1,000-watt battery. It's bigger than the
whew,
Specialized. So full power bikes now are considered 600 watts. So like the Santa Cruzes that came out, the Bullet and the Fala, those are 600 watt. The Cannondale, I think White Tees is the same. But now Spesh has come out with 3 different options that you can put on an e-bike. You can do 800, 600, or 280.
damn.
And I think that's a game changer. Say what you will about them doing a class 3, but the fact that you can customize the bike so much with battery and geometry, you can customize that bike in like so many ways with flip chips, with head tube angles. Like it's insane the way you can customize that bike now.
That's crazy. With all the bikes that you've had an opportunity, you and the crew have had an opportunity to review, up to the Specialized that you have right now. Was there one that, whether it's enduro or trail or whatever, was there one that like really turned your head and was like, dude, what is this? This is cool.
The Motera cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that stood out to me the most.
Damn.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. That bike was hard to beat, so I think the Spesh will be pretty special. Special. I really love to try out the new Santa Cruzes because they don't have the VPP suspension platform on them anymore. It's a completely different suspension platform, so I would love to see how that handles. But I mean, it's not really fair to say that I got to demo like every bike and that was my favorite, right? It's just out of the ones that I got to demo. The Ari Nevo Peak was also really nice. Candace loved that one. But Candace is now demoing one of the new Canyon e-bikes, the lightweight ones, and she likes that even better. And that review
Is
will be out soon.
is it hard to review these bikes, demo them, and then give them back? Is that hard? Is that the hard part? Like when you really fall in love with them, is it like, do I have to?
Yeah, it kind of is.
I can imagine. It's just like, this is the part of the deal that I don't like.
I got to box this up. Well, no, I mean, again, my bike shop is so cool that the bikes get shipped to them. They build it for me. I ride it, and when it's time to do it, they pack it and they send it back. So thankfully, I don't have to do that for a lot of these bikes. But Yeah, it's sad when you go back to the shop and you're like, "Here you go."
Oh man.
And you can't say I conveniently lost the bike, right? Because then you're out like 7 grand. So
Right. Yeah, you definitely don't want that. We don't want that bill. But yeah, if you fall in love with the bike, it's like, "Is there a way for me to buy it? Can I buy it?
yeah,
Another one?"
yeah,
JT, the Dusty Dutchman saying, "I feel like Rebel is one of the only bike companies doing well." Guess not. I know.
yeah. I really had high hopes for Rebel because were a small brand and they lasted this long and they released 3 new bikes and um, yeah, it was pretty sad to see that.
That is tough. The Girl Girl saying heat tube. See, or
Hit,
maybe she meant seat tube
yeah, I think she meant hit tube.
and bottom bracket chainstay.
No, you can customize the head tube, the seat tube, the bottom bracket, chainstay. Yeah, there's a lot you can customize on that stuff.
That's crazy. Clownfish is saying, I still have my 1993 Cannondale full suspension bike. I got new. Oh, that's dope.
I need to see a photo of that, please. Clownfish, DM me on Instagram. I'd love to see a photo of that.
Yeah, still got it. That's cool, girl. Oh my god, I can't spell.
Oh, you're good.
One of the things would be a part of the chat. Oh my gosh, Mia, I know we're already at an hour 40. Thank you so much
Oh,
for
wow.
jumping on tonight and talking about Sea Otter, some of the new things. Sounds
Thank
like
you for
helmets
having me.
were a good thing, new thing. Before you go, anything like cutting edge that came out of Sea Otter that you saw that you were like, "That's interesting"?
The the DJI motor for the e-bike. I keep harping on that. That to me is pretty groundbreaking. Yeah.
Wow. What is it about that motor that makes it different than like, like the Fazua or the
Yeah, it's light and it's extremely powerful. More powerful than any other motor on the market right now. And it has this thing that I cannot explain that I will butcher. But if you're interested, I would try and explain it. There is like almost like a little rotor disc in the back hub that accurately measures your RPMs, your rotations or whatever, and like the power you're putting to the pedal, and then adjusts the bike to how you're pedaling. It adjusts everything to suit what the rider is putting out.
wait, to make
It's
it more
insane.
like
I'm
a
gonna
natural feel?
butcher that. Yeah.
That is bananas. So like whatever power you're putting into it, it's trying to match you or put out to support you. So it feels like you're trying to ride an analog bike, but it's an E? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it was explained to me. But if I'm butchering
Holy
this, someone
crap.
please correct me. I'm trying to go on there. Yeah, there's intelligent walk assist. I'm trying to go on their website right now to see. So yeah, the battery's way
Wow.
lighter. So like the 800-watt battery is probably like 6 pounds,
Okay.
whereas the specialized 800-watt battery is 9 pounds.
Okay. Wow.
Um, it charges really quickly. I'm trying to find the little thing. I have a photo of it that I took with my camera when I saw it. The guy was explaining it to me. But it's really cool. It's really revolutionary. I'm
That
gonna follow up with this with you, Mark, so you can add it to like show notes and stuff.
Yeah, that is really cool. I'm looking up some stuff on there right now. There's a lot about that, so it might be hard to find in the moment, but holy cow. And
Yeah.
is it quiet? Is it loud?
Yeah, I've heard it's really quiet. It puts out the same amount of torque as like the specialized motor does, but I think you can
Okay.
unlock it to make it like 100-watt high power assistant bike and 120 newton meters of torque.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But at this point, like we need to have that conversation. Is this better? Do we want more power? Do we want these things to be legislated now to against the rider?
Right.
Right? Like
Right.
you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right. It's like how much power is too much because you just want to get up the hill. I'm assuming if it's like a really
mhm.
punchy climb, it's nice to have some power to get through that little punchy section. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
cool, dude. Like it's oh, and in terms of tires, real quick, Conti and Kenda came out with some new stuff, but I'm gonna write about that so you guys can look out for an article for the Women's MTB Network. It'll come
That
out
is
soon.
wow, that's cool. Yeah, Conti's cool. I always like Kenda. Kenda Rogers, such a nice guy. They're great. Was Versus
Yeah.
Tires out there? Do you know?
No, I don't think Scott was there.
Not this time.
No, mm-mm. Um, I found the little dealie. I found a photo of it, that thing I was telling you about. I'm gonna send you this link and then you can put it in the show notes for folks
Oh,
to talk
yeah.
about
Sweet.
it's like a robotics thing that's in the back.
Okay.
Um,
What does it say? Read it out loud so we can all hear it. Trail Monster saying DJI has been making gimbal motors for years.
yeah,
Interesting. Wow.
yeah. I'm reading this article. It's on Drew's site. It's on the Lone Wolf. They did a whole thing on it.
Oh, I
This
love
is
that guy.
where, um, he's local to me. He used to work at my bike shop for a very long time.
No way.
Yeah, Newbury Park. Anyway, I'm gonna send you this thing. You guys can look at it if you're interested. Just Google like Amflow DJI motor Lone Wolf, and you'll get this article, and you'll be able to read a little bit more about it for all you tech nerds out there
Oh, yeah, I see it. The
like me.
DJI Avinox motor weighs 5.5 pounds, 2.52 kilos, and roughly the size. Yeah, here it is right here. See if I can pull this up. Oh, it's like highlighting the Amflow bike on this
Yeah,
article.
because
Is
it's
that the
the
same
only bike
article?
that has it. So if you go down, he put a picture on there. Keep going. Right there.
Oh,
See
yeah.
the photo on the right side?
Yeah, right here. What the heck is that?
Yeah.
Interesting. And that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we could read up on that and see what it is. Um, okay. Oh yeah, where would it
Yeah,
say
dude.
it?
I don't know. I was trying to find it and it didn't say anything on it. So that's why I'm like, you guys can read this.
It says within the drive unit, the DJI have used a wear-resistant high-strength polymer material which helps reduce weight and aids in keeping this thing stealthy quiet. The
Mm-hmm.
DJI Avinox motor weighs 5.5 pounds and is roughly the size of a palm. What?
Mm-hmm.
Inside the drive unit
Mm-hmm.
is a compound planetary gear set, which gives some very impressive features that we'll talk about later. Oh, come on, give it to us now. The gearbox delivers a high gear ratio and a smaller space compared to other types of drive units, and also provides what should be a durable power plant to generate these massive torque and peak power numbers.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow. We're yet to log in for more.
I have to look back at my videos. There's so much to edit. Just from the dual slalom alone, I had over like 1,000 photos that
Oh
I had
my
to
god,
sift through.
dude, and
Um,
that's got to be tough too, Mia, because those dual slaloms they go all day. Those races go
well, it was
all
the
day.
finals because I was in the media pit, so I was like just holding down that shutter button like the whole time as they were
Damn,
going by.
that's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, this bike is 46.5 pounds, the Amflow PL Carbon Pro. What? With an 800
Mm-hmm.
watt battery? Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Damn,
impressive.
that is impressive. I wonder if it shows it on there. I think there really is a record button. If you have a DJI camera, I think you can actually hit that on the bike and you will start recording as well. I mean,
Recording what though? Like there's a camera on the bike?
no, like if you have your camera, you know how you compare it to your phone? I think you compare it to your bike
Oh,
and then you
I
can
see what
actually
you
like
mean.
instead of like saying GoPro record, before you drop in, you actually hit the
Yeah.
button. Which is
Well, there's
cool.
an anti-theft protection too. So like it's just like a Tesla. It's connected to your phone. You can lock it and it won't start until you do a passcode. But I think the Specialized also has something very similar.
That's
The
cool.
Levo 4.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder. So these motors are making it to the US via the um oh my god, why am I blanking on the bike?
I don't know if they are going to make it to the US now because DJI stuff is getting banned from coming into the country. I ordered a drone and it got sent twice and it got sent back it didn't clear customs.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Interesting. So we may not see this. We may not see this as of recording of this podcast. Damn. Yeah. The Dusty Dutchman's saying, "Oh, he's going to bed." Yeah, he says, "Sleep tight." Oh, Johnny's going to bed. Good night. Good night, Johnny. He
Lightweight.
says, "Great, epic, awesome. Love you, kids." Podcast. It's 15:00 night. Everyone. Yeah, everyone's on the East Coast time. It's crazy when we have East Coast, Mountain, Central, and West Coast on the show. Thank you all for being on.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah, for sure.
Mia, with that in ending or in closing of the podcast, is there anything that you'd like to say on Women's MTB Network to look out for people?
Just follow us on Instagram, give us a little follow on YouTube. We're starting to ramp that up. And if there's any stories you all want to see covered or anything in particular you want us to do, like send us a message on Instagram or email, and we will try and get to it as much as we can.
Nice.
But yeah, International Women's MTV Day, May 3rd. Please come ride with us. Please come hang out. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's a chance there's going to be some Bosch bikes up there to demo, some new Bosch bikes.
Ooh.
Yeah, some cool raffle stuff. Yeah, come hang out with us.
Yeah, that's going to be Sky Park, right? May 3rd at Sky Park, Women's MTB Network hosting International Women's MTB Day. And also, if you are listening to this podcast wherever you are, if you're not in the local Southern California area, take a picture of your women's ride or women in your crew and tag Women's MTB Network. That would be fun to see how many tags you can get. That'd be sick.
Yeah, please do. We're actually dropping a thing tomorrow about that on Instagram to tag us, and we'll reshare all the things.
Love it. So. I'll be in Michigan tagging you guys.
Tag him.
Awesome. Hey, thank you all so much in the chat for joining us. Always appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
Great to have you back in the segment studio. Thank you for popping on and letting us know about Sea Otter. I got to get out there with you one of these days. Mount Kilimanjaro, we'll see, but I'll definitely look up that book. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And don't forget, Rescue Your Dreams by Adam Mock is out now. So I hope you guys can pick that up. Some good DIY books for your brain and your body.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys out on the trail, and we'll see you back here in the studio. Episode 178 tomorrow. We have the Shimano 7 on the show. All right, guys.
Nice.
Yeah. Shoo.